Today, I'm going to be doing a little run through of how to actually grow your LinkedIn enough for people to trust you, the trust signals you want to have so that people will obviously see your profile, connect back with you and not ignore your shit. For those of you that don't know, my name is Mattia. I'm an entrepreneur in the Netherlands and this series is part of a Road to a Million series where we're going to show you all the tips, the tricks, what we do on a daily basis to basically grow our company. I am the founder of Khairos AI, Khairos Inbox. Let's get into the video. Before this video, I've already done a tutorial on how to set up LinkedIn campaigns that convert between a 30 to a 50% response rate, as well as an acceptance rate of around that as well. And now I'm going to show you step number one, which is how do you actually have a LinkedIn that signals trust and that makes people want to connect with you and allow you to sell your shit. As you guys can see here, here's my LinkedIn. Going onto my personal page, I grew this LinkedIn to over 3,647 followers in around 2 months, and I've used the same strategy to grow my business partner's account to 2,341 followers in the same amount of time, and then the same to get an account to 1,000 followers within about a month and a half. These are our 3 profiles that we're using, that we're constantly growing. The main ones are mainly mine and Drake's. Drake and my account are the ones doing outreach, and therefore we had to focus on growing those as quickly and as reliably as possible. And today I'm going to show you how you can do the same. This is a proven strategy that I've done over and over and over. I've helped my friends do the same thing. I've helped my business partners do the same thing. This is how I grew my first marketing agency when I was younger, on the same strategy with obviously another person's account. Let's get straight into the finer details. First of all, what you want to see is a professional photo. I do look like a bit of a boost in this photo. You got given the face you got given, eh? Can't really do much about that. But anyway, you get a nice little photo like this, cheeky polo on, white background, I think is usually the best. I was lucky enough to have a cut in that time. I look not the same right now. So that's the first thing I want to show, and then automate what matters. This is kind of just a little banner that we made for the company to keep a uniform look across the company. Your banner doesn't need to be anything specific. It can also just be a solid color or just your brand logo, but make it something clean. Make it something that gives across trust signals, right? You want people to trust your profile. There's a lot of these profiles. I don't really have an example. Maybe if I go into my network, we can analyze some people that have sent me connection requests and why I've ignored. Sorry to put you on blast if this is you, but for instance, I don't really like these sort of colors with the background that has these colors. We've been suggested by someone to do that. I personally don't like that. It sticks out. It makes you seem like you are gonna sell something like this, you know, like this pink, this orange. Like, I'm immediately ignoring that because I know as soon as I fucking accept it, I'm hearing a bing, fucking someone trying to sell me something, right? But then when you look at someone like this, you know, it signals a bit more trust. It's a bit more trustworthy as a profile. You know, something like this I think is quite fine. Something like this is also calm. So these are the type of profile pictures that I would suggest you use. Even this, it's professional, it's clean, there's like a colored out background. This I think is also really cool. So these are the type of photos that I suggest you go for. Something plain, something that doesn't immediately sound alarm bells saying this oak's gonna sell me fucking something, right? That's the first thing that you need to do. As I said before, you can use LinkedIn Premium or not. I've personally stopped using it because with Dripify, I don't really need to see how many people are checking my profile because you still get the same metrics on your post and all of that. And this limits how many people you can search. For instance, if you don't have LinkedIn Premium, but with Dripify, you literally do a search, put the link in, and then it finds the whole 1,000 leads. So I personally don't think that this is an issue. This is the first thing. Profile photo, clean white background, polo on, something professional, a nice professional backdrop, and that's good to go. The second thing you want to do is you want to add something in your tagline, right? I've seen a lot of differing opinions of like people saying you got to put something in your tagline that says exactly what you do, like I help companies grow, etc, etc. For instance, Alex Hormozy, so he's got something like this: my new book sold, get yours now, something like this, right? But he says founderacquisition.com cofounderschool.com. And these are the two type of things that I like putting in my account. Just this. I don't like adding this tagline. When you're Alex Hormozy, you kind of can do whatever the fuck you want. When you're not, and you put something in your account like I help businesses grow to X, right? I've seen a lot of people praise this and say that it's a good thing. I personally don't like it. I think something clean, professional, straight to the point, easy, I think that's the best. And it's the one that I've used across multiple profiles that I've grown. I think that that's the way to go about it. So you want to put a company profile up, right? You want to make a company page with the logo. It just looks professional. It looks nice. People can go to that page, see the posts that you guys are making on that page. I think that's pretty decent. Obviously, unfortunately for me, I'm still doing my master's. I should be done this year. Will be done this year, fuck that. I'm not taking longer than a year to do that shit as well. But I mean, something like this, I put it specifically there because at some point I was reaching out to lawyers, and that basically just added a little touch, you know, of like this person's reaching out, they've got law in their profile. It boosted my connection requests. So I suggest you put your education in there. Some people value it. Bullies usually value it. So when you're reaching out to bullies, they're like, oh, but I studied, that's no. And then what you're gonna wanna go and do is obviously the about section. Now, people really overcomplicate this section and think a lot about this section. I personally like a very simple structure across my business, across my profiles, across everything. Like if you look at also just, I don't know, this new company that we started, Khairos, specifically for drop shippers. Look at this, very simple, clean page. There's not a lot of information. It tells you exactly what it does. It tells you exactly what we integrate with. Get started in 3 simple steps. Boom, boom, boom. You understand everything. You can go to the integrations. You can read through all of this. You know, it's a very simple looking page without too much information. People's attention spans are cooked. People do not have time to read your life story and read all of this cuck. They don't care, bro. I mean, I literally just used ChatGPT. I asked it to make me a little about me page on my fucking LinkedIn, 3 paragraphs, nothing too crazy. So I got something like this: enthusiastic and forward-thinking business strategist, leveraging cutting-edge AI technologies to drive exceptional results, bro. So that's just what I got on my account. Literally just an AI thing, put 3 paragraphs. Doubt that more than 3% of people are going to actually read that. So really not important. Don't deep it, bro. Just go for it. Just simple, use AI, put something in there that kind of symbolizes you, and that's it. After that, obviously you're going to want to add experience if you've got any. Mine is usually mainly just businesses that I founded. Here was a bit of a cuck one that I was working a bit of a job, but as you guys can see, that lasted fucking nothing because I'm not a good employee. I am not trying to work for someone else. And then CEO and founder of the business that we're running at the moment, and then part of the South African AI Association. Alrighty, then you're going to add some education in. Here I got endorsed by a couple of people, definitely someone trying to sell me something, and that's it. So now I want to get to posts. So once you get to the posts section, this is where we're trying to figure out the best strategy to go for it. Right now the engagement is quite low. I mean, I had one post that did pretty decent. So like these posts did decent, I guess, 1,109 impressions. This one was the one that did the best. This Mark, one that I showed an email of Mark Cuban, got 30k impressions, so that's pretty decent. But basically what I want to say with the posts, the ones that do the best are usually the ones that are just very simple, very straightforward, and have a nice hook, right? So we can get into a whole LinkedIn post thing later on. This is more about your profile and specifically growing your profile. With posts at the start, I suggest you post like 3 times a week, and you just try and make a post of whatever you're doing in the week. So here we were at Future Tech with Drake, Future Tech Fest. Then we posted some shit about our company. Like, it varies, right? So we're trying to find the best strategy to get the highest engagement with posts. What I would say is try and find a nice hook that gets people hooked in, and then you write the rest. So LinkedIn posts, I'll get into a whole nother video where we can do LinkedIn posts. We're trying out this whole posting thing now. I think to build a community is something extremely important. To get a presence online is something extremely important, especially in 2025. So that's something we're going to start focusing on now as of a recent thing. So there'll be a lot more content on that in future. Now I want to get to the crux of what I mean with growing your profile. profile and getting high connection. Something that you need to really think about is the fact that LinkedIn will ban you. LinkedIn really will ban you if you're doing body shit, if you're just connecting with 100 oaks in a day, if you've got a new profile and you're just swinging connections, etc, etc. So with everything in life, which is very hypocritical of me to be speaking about this, but you need patience. I am not a patient person at all. Fucking nothing. I'm really not patient. And in fact, I've gotten burnt many times because I'm not patient. So patience is a virtue that I'm coming to grips with. But if I can suggest something, be patient, especially with LinkedIn. I've got a little document here that I'll attach in the bottom that you guys can just download. It's free. Check it out. It's what I've literally used to grow my LinkedIn profile. It basically just explains how you want to go about your LinkedIn profile. So in your first day 1 and 2, you want to optimize your profile. So complete all your sections, update your profile photo, and make some content planning. We've got a great content planner on our team, Jaden Drea. He does all the editing, all the content, all the posting, and he's got his shit on lock. He basically does it on the weekend for the whole week ahead, buying him a lot of time and removing all the stress that he has about thinking of posting. So I suggest you do the same. I'm sure he'll make some videos on that and you can go check his stuff out. How I would do it usually is gentle reactivation. So 3 to 5 requests a day, very low connection requests. Then you can go 10 to 15 on the 3rd to 4th day. And then you can build it up to 20 requests on the 5th to the 7th day. So within a week, you can get up to 20 requests a day. What's important for LinkedIn is that you're getting connections back, so you're getting connected with back, and that you're engaging with the platform. So you need to be scrolling your feed, you need to be liking, you need to be commenting, you need to be engaging with the platform for them to think that your account is trustworthy. I also think that you should connect with people that are within your 2nd to 1st range, basically. So the way I did it, which I think is the best strategy, is choose a couple of ICPs, right? So choose the people that you maybe want to connect with. So let's say, as an example, what I did at the start is, if you're trying to find CEOs, okay, let's say you're trying to find CEOs. I'm going to take Sabine as an example, this guy, owner at Mosmakelaarde, or her, sorry, Sabine. And what you do is, once she's connected with you, all right, she becomes a first connection, right? 1st degree connection, because you guys are connected together. Then there are 2nd degree connections and 3rd degree connections. The 3rd degree connections are the ones that you have basically nothing in common with. They're just cold. There's no connections in common. There's just nothing. It's just a complete cold connection, right? I suggest you always try and stick within the 2nd connection. At least have one connection in common, because when someone sees that, they're more likely to connect back with you, because they're like, oh, this guy is connected with them. That means whatever. What I do is, I usually would then go into here, and then you find the 3rd plus connections. So in Sabine Mars, you find the 3rd plus connections, and then you just go and connect with all these people where Sabine is your only mutual connection, and you do that and you connect. Like here, there's 4 mutuals connections, so you go boom, 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 you connect. Right now I can't because I've reached my limit for the week, but you basically go and do this, and you see how many people that we connected with in total, like 3 or 4. That shows a lot of trust to people that you're connecting with, and then you keep rinsing and repeating that process. So then someone else connects with you, and they've got certain connections that are your ICP. You go into their network and connect, and that is, I promise, the easiest and quickest way to get your account to at least 500 plus connections within the first 4 weeks of you doing this. The lacquer thing about LinkedIn is that when you are a cold connection and you have 500 plus connections, that's all that you can see. You don't actually see how many followers the person has. And this 500 plus connections is a huge trust signal. It's really slow to get there, but once you get there, the curve goes so high on how quickly you can connect with people and how quickly people connect back. As an example, if I literally look up Bill Gates, right? Actually, fuck this guy. If I look up fucking, who's a sick gent? Brian Abana. If I look up Brian Abana, right? You check here, of course, you can check his followers, but because I'm following him, so I get more information on his profile. But you just see 500 plus connections. You don't see 52,000 followers, right? If I go with someone that maybe I don't know, let's check my network. If there's a random person where I can show an example. Let's see this lady. I'm not connected with her. Let's see if she's got 500 plus connections. 500 plus connections, right? This looks really, really good. You know, you gotta, if you see something like this, people think it's a huge trust signal. So I really suggest you get your connections to at least 500 plus, and then from there, life gets extremely easy. If you want to know more, I show the whole ramp up in this document. I show everything. It's got all the information that you need. It's got engagement KPIs. It's got how many times you should post. It's got comments. It's got a lot of good information, and how I have grown multiple accounts into the thousands of followers and counting. I'm going to make sure we link this free source down below that you can download the document, follow it to the T, follow it to the letter. You won't get banned. You'll stay under LinkedIn's radar, and the likelihood of you growing your account quickly and meaningfully is very high. If that doesn't happen, hit me up and I can help you out. I'll give you some tips, put some comments down below. I can do some free audits of your guys' LinkedIn if you're interested, and I can help you out with basically growing your LinkedIn. Okay, we at the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was a lot of value. We'll link this shit down below so that you guys can get all this free source. If you liked the video, drop a like, drop a comment, drop a cheeky subscribe. Yeah, see you guys in the next one.